And then before we get going with our breath of fire, just bring yourself to stillness. So you can rest your hands on your knees, palms facing down. I'd encourage just to start with. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. And as always, using the breath now to start facilitating a conversation to your inner self, to that internal space. The space and the life contained within your body. Noticing what's present for you this morning without any judgment, without trying to push any part of that away, and without trying to lean any closer into another part of what might be present. So the breath can be gentle here, it doesn't have to be full deep breaths. Simply notice the movement of the breath from the space outside of you to the space within you. And then the breath traveling, once it's nourished your body, once it's provided that energy, that life, the energy then moving back from what's within to the space around you. And just working with that visualization again that we explored last week of the lower body being like a magnet. And really we are magnetic energy, but sometimes we forget that. So it can be helpful to visualize the body as a magnet. And every time you breathe out, those contact points with the earth get slightly more attracted to the earth beneath you. So there's a relaxation of the muscles around your glutes, or the muscles of your glutes, I should say, your thighs, the legs, the lower legs, the ankles and the feet. And then as you start to notice your weight settling down, without losing that connection, play with using your inhale to rise up with your energy and to expand outwards with your posture as well. So you might find that there's this lifting of the spine, lifting of the heart, and as this is happening, a settling in the shoulders, a slight extension up through the crown of the head, and we'll just take 3 more breaths here. Greeting your body this morning with your breath. And you might want to take this last breath in through your nose. And then open the mouth wide, sigh the breath. We're going to go straight into our breath of fire here. So breathing in through the nose to prepare. And then exhaling at your pace to begin. So you can bring the hand over the front of the ribs. And it's that coughing action. I think you've all done at least one morning practice with me this month. So it's that kind of coughing action, navel pulling back to the spine. You can go as slowly as you want to. You might choose to go a little bit faster. The body, the lower body is staying relaxed, plugged down to the earth. The torso and the upper body is staying open, lifted and tall. Stimulating our solar plexus, our seat of power. Just taking 5 more. Finish the exhale. Breathe in fully, slowly, calmly. And take a normal breath out. Coming into our second round here, breathe in through your nose. And begin. So please do go at your own pace. Be aware of your posture. Try to keep your shoulders settled, your jaw relaxed. really sitting confidently within your body, within the vessel of your body. So that as we're stimulating, as we're waking up this solar energy, this fiery energy, this strength and this power, it can open us up for the day, but also land us deeply within ourselves. So again, we're kind of mirroring that grounding of the exhale, that plugging down, that stability, with the inhale and this expansion, showing up, being open with who we are and expressing that. Let's take 5 more. Finish the exhale, breathing in. Full breath out. Coming into our last round here, breathe in slowly, and then beginning with your breath out. Last few, just again adjusting your posture if you need to. Notice if you're slumping your heart, collapsing your chest. Stay elevated with this energy. Last 5. Finish the breath. Exhale. Now slow breath in. Hold the breath at the top. And then slowly release the breath out through the nose. Hold the breath at the bottom. Stay calm and relaxed. Breathe in slowly. And then breathing out as you choose. Stretch the arms out and up. You can open the eyes, reach through your fingertips, interlace your fingers. We're finding that Kali Mudra again. So index fingers are extending up. Take this little shimmy from side to side so that you get this kind of lifting effect of your shoulders a little bit higher towards your ears. And then you're going to go up and over to your left-hand side as you breathe out. Don't come too low. Make sure this right arm is ever so slightly pulling back so you're open through your chest. Really trying to hug the arms to the ears. And now as you breathe out, let your left fingertips or left palm come down. Some of you might bend your elbow and just reach a little bit more through your right fingertips now. Keep plugging down through that right sit bone and breathe into the right side of the body. 1 more breath in. Exhale, your fingertips come over to the left. You're going to walk your way through center so the arms are out in front of you. Stay on your fingertips as you breathe in. Pull your heart forwards and then let the shoulders naturally move down the back. Take your gaze up. And now exhale, round your spine, tuck the chin to the chest and really press the fingertips away from you as you curl your spine. And then just keep that going with your breath. Take it slow and steady. Inhaling, heart opens. This is the more feminine energy. Exhale, core activates, more of our masculine power. And typically we tend to be more, in society generally, more connected to that masculine expression of power. So exploring the inhale rather than a vulnerability as a strength as well, that openness. Exhale 1 last time, rounding, and then stay here. Take an extra moment breathing in and out. And then you're keeping your spine rounded, but you're going to start to trace the hands back towards you. As they come up towards your legs, start to reach them out and up again, lifting the gaze, finding that Kali Mudra. And then taking a little shimmy from one side to the other. It doesn't have to be a big movement. It's an opportunity to stretch the lower part of your shoulder blade up. And then as you come over to the right, pause here for a couple of breaths. Again, stay plugged down through the left side of your lower body. Really draw in with your upper arms towards your ears. And then let your fingertips or your hand float down. Some of you might begin to bend that elbow as well. And you're stretching out, out, out. Really keep trying to lift shoulder to ear. so that you get this long extension through the side of your body. Now nourish that space with your breath, taking one more inhale. And then exhale, your fingertips are coming over to the right. And again, we're walking back to center. Take it with your breath. Inhaling, heart opens, shoulders are away from the ears. Exhale, curling in, really round your mid and upper back. And you might also feel a bit of a tilt of the pelvis as you're moving in this way. Rounding, drawing the pubic bone towards the head, and then arching, then moving away. Good, so last one here again, hold that exhale, and then take an extra breath in and out. Trace the hands up towards you, inhale, sweep the arms out and up. We're gonna come into one last round here. Interlace the fingers, just go up and over straight away to your left-hand side this time. Release the fingertips or the palm and then take it across the body. Now from here, we're adding on one more thing. So you're gonna take the right hand to the back of the head and then press back in space with your right elbow and up. Really support the head with your hand. And it's a slightly stronger opening into the side body. Breathing in, you might also start to take your gaze up a little bit higher if that's okay for your neck. And then as you exhale, you're gonna cross the elbow over and down towards your left knee, and just repeat that twice more. Inhaling, open and expand. Remembering this is a type of power as well, to remain open, and then exhaling that contraction, that core strength, curling inward. As the elbow comes down, you're going to take the fingertips again over to the left and then come through center. Breathing in, heart lifts. Start to find that flow with your breath. Exhale. Twice more. Greeting the day. Good, and then on this next one, drawing in, pulling the arms back, thigh will reach out and up here, find your Kali Mudra, and then go straight up, slightly lift, and then over. Take one breath in. Good, lovely, and then exhale, bring your hand down. Start to bend the elbow if that's available, stretch a little bit more through the fingertips, and then bring the hand to the back of the head. Press the head into the hand, so you're leaning back with your head, heart gently pulls forwards, and then if you can, take the elbow slightly back in space. It can feel quite different from one side to the other, so don't force anything to happen. And then you're taking your elbow across to the right as you breathe out, and then opening back up as you inhale. Twice more here. Inhaling. And then this time exhale, your fingertips come all the way down, walking through center. Last three here. Breathe in, lift your heart. Exhale, curl in. Breathing in. Exhale. Final lift of the heart. Good, and then round your spine. Straight away, you're going to draw the hands towards you. Reach the hands up, but we're not working with that mudra. Just bring the palms together, extend up through your fingertips. And then as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart space. Close your eyes. Take a couple of moments here. Notice any shifts already in how you're feeling, in how you're connecting to your body or to your breath, to that inner world, to your power, your strength, your power and your openness. And repeating out loud or in your mind our affirmation for today. Today I honor both my masculine and my feminine strength. Both of these offer deep value to me and to those I come across. Today I honor both my masculine and my feminine strength. Both of these offer value to those I come across, as well as myself. Today, I honor both my masculine and my feminine strength. Both of these offer value to myself and to those I come across. Gently bowing the head towards the heart space. Opening the eyes, taking the arms out, reaching the fingertips wide, and then as you pull your hands forwards, you're going to lift your knees up. We're finding our boat pose, so your choice. You can have the hands under the legs, or you can choose to extend your legs and perhaps also extend your arms at the same time. As you come into this, as we've been exploring, we're keeping that masculine power active, but we're also keeping the feminine energy, the feminine strength open. So try not to drop your chest, really lift up through the heart space, taking one more breath in. And then as you exhale, we're crossing the ankles again, but just to roll forwards onto our hands, onto our knees. And then once you're in your tabletop position, start to bring your hands slightly ahead of your shoulders as you move your chest backwards towards your thighs, keeping your toes tucked. Breathing in, you're going to trace the hands towards you along the back of your mat. And then as they come up, trace them up your knees, up your hips, and up your thighs. Good. Circle the arms out and up, breathe in. And then as you exhale, gently trace the hands down to the heart. Tuck the chin towards the chest, trace the hands back down the legs, and then let your fingertips land just ahead of your knees. You're going to pull the knees up towards you as you breathe in, really try and rock back in space, and then let them come down again as you breathe out. And we're just going to take that twice more. Inhaling, lift. Exhale, lower. Now breathe in, lift the knees. Stay here. I'm just going to hop a little bit further forward so you can see clearly. Pull the thighs really close in towards the chest, and we're going to come to a forward fold. So you're going to bring the fingertips towards you. We're tracing towards the toes, and then begin to lift. Let the heels come down as they're ready to. Bend your knees as much as you need to, and then start to trace the hands up the tops of your feet, up your shins, up your knees. So just waking our body up with touch as well, up your thighs, up your hips, up your stomach, chest, and then up the face, extending above the head. And then as you exhale, gently bend your knees, fold your chest forwards, reach the hands up and back without interlacing the fingers. And then rise up again. Inhale, trace the hands forwards and up. And then as you exhale, deeply bend your knees, reaching the arms overhead. Once more, breathing in, lift up. And exhale, stay here. You can have your hands free like this if that feels enough in the morning, or you can interlace your fingers. Please make this more about your shoulders and your chest than your hamstrings, so you can let those knees stay really bent. Slightly tuck the chin towards the throat, just the back of the neck is long here. Breathe in through your nose. And if you want to, you can open the mouth. Again, notice the force of gravity here, ready to take your weight through your arms. One more breath. So you're going to stay in your forward fold, lower the knuckles towards your sit bones, and then trace the hands down your glutes, down the backs of your legs, down your calves. Take the hands in front of you, just ahead of your toes. Bend your knees again as you exhale, let the heels lift. Good, and then you're going to walk your fingertips away so that the shins and the knees come down. Inhale, trace the hands back up the knees, up the thighs, but this time take the fingertips behind you, and then find a lifting of your heart, back of the heart extending up. Taking in 2 more breaths. Really try and press down through your fingertips. Tuck the chin towards the chest. So now from here, we're going to draw the arms out and forwards. Come up from your heels and then take it back into your downward dog. You can step those feet a little bit further back so you've got a longer stance, or you can keep it shorter for the morning, up to you. Now, once you're in your downward facing dog, we're going to lift the heels, come forwards, plank, breathe in. Hold it here as you breathe out. Lower the knees, come to your fingertips, bring the chest to the thighs. So you get a bit of a stretch there through your armpits. And then look forwards, come back into your plank as your shoulders come over your wrists, your knees lift. Again, hold here for a moment. And then exhale it back to your downward facing dog. Twice more like that. Inhale, heels up, torso comes forwards into plank, pause for a breath. Knees come down slowly, so again, we're staying with our core there. And then you're on your fingertips as your chest moves backwards. Inhaling, back to your plank position. Hold it there. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Breathing in, lift the heels forwards to your plank. And then exhale. Good, breathing in. And then lower the knees. Come to your fingertips, chest to the thighs. So we're going to add on here. Inhale forwards, come to your plank position. Now hold your plank. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Start to walk your hands backwards towards your feet. Trace the hands again up the tops of your feet, up the shins, up the knees, the thighs, the hips, up the torso, extend above the head, inhale. And then slowly this time, reach the arms out and down as you exhale. So you're staying at the back of the mat, circle your right arm over your left, inhale, reach up. Slowly reach out and down, exhale. Now circle the left arm over the right, breathing in. And then down. Now this time as you cross your right elbow over the left, you can take your shoulders or you can find your Garudasana arms. Make sure your feet are at least hip distance apart. You're going to breathe in, draw your elbows up, slightly press the hips forward so you're not compressing the lower back. And then bend your knees generously as you fold through. Try and pull your elbows in between your legs, relax your head, breathe into the back of the heart. Squeeze your elbows, your forearms, your biceps together. Shoulders slightly up and away from the ears here, but you don't need to force that. Let's take one more breath. Sighing that exhale if you like to. Unravel the arms as you rise up again, stretching the arms out and up. And then as you exhale, release the hands down by the hips. Left elbow crosses over the right now, same thing. Find your choice of arm variation and then lift up, breathe in. Bend your knees generously and then fold as you breathe out, elbows pulling in between the legs. Squeeze those contact points together and then really try to become sensitive to the breath in the back of your body. One more breath here. Unravel the arms one more time. We're reaching out and up, inhale. And then taking the arms out and down as you fold, as you exhale. Breathing in, lift onto your toes, bend through your knees, and then walk the hands forward. So again, the knees are coming to the floor. Inhale forwards into your plank position. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, arrive back in your plank position. Exhale, lower your knees. Keep the palms on the floor this time as your chest comes to your thighs. And we're coming back to where we started. Hands are tracing up onto the knees. As they come to the thighs this time, you're going to reach your arms out and up, lifting your bum from your heels. And then as you exhale, bring your hands to the heart space. Inhale, circle the arms out and up. Catch hold of opposite elbows this time. Like we did at the start, you can take this little shimmy just to get taller through the sides of your body. And then you're going over to your left-hand side. It doesn't need to be a big movement. Make sure this right elbow doesn't drop forwards. If anything, it's slightly pulling back. Now this is where you might need a block, but I think you'll all be okay. You're going to let the hands move in opposite directions. Left fingertips or left palm comes down, and you're stepping your right foot off of your mat and extending it up through your right fingertips. Energize down through the outer edge of the right foot, and then start to reach your hand over to the left-hand side. Now we're going to do this a few times so you'll get used to it. Just take one more breath in. As you exhale, you're going to let this right knee come down as you circle the right hand all the way out to the right, and then you come back up to hold opposite elbows. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale and go up and over to the right. Exhale where you are. Breathe in, one last breath. I like your visitor, Zoe. And then as you exhale, gently lean over to the right and step that left foot off of your mat. Anchor down through the outer edge of the foot. It's quite challenging to do that. And then stretch the arm over the head. Long line of energy. Breathe in here. As you exhale, the knee comes down, toes are tucked. As you circle that arm back out to the left, and then we rise up. We're just going to add on one more thing here. Inhale, and then take it over to the left. Breathing in. Exhale, hands are going in opposite directions. That right foot is coming off of your mat. Stretching the arm over the head. Pausing here. Good, so you might want to stay here. You can play with lifting that leg and taking your arm and your foot in opposite directions. And then from here, you can bring your elbow and your knee together, or your hand and your foot. And then you're stretching out. Point the toes as you reach away from your fingertips. And then slowly, elbow to knee or hand to foot. Inhale, re-extend. Really try to stretch so you're opening up the fascia of the side body. And then exhale last time, tapping and then reaching. Good, lower the foot first. Breathe in. And then begin to bend the knee as you sweep that arm back out to the right, coming up. Inhale. Good, and then over last time as you exhale. Breathing in. And then let the hands move apart from one another. Taking your time stepping that left foot. Extending up through your left hand. And then reaching over the head. Really, same thing as earlier. So this is all kind of mimicking where we went. Really pull shoulder to ear. So you've got that huge stretch of connective tissue. Begin to lift the foot. And then as you exhale, elbow to knee or hand to foot. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Tapping wherever you wish. Open up, stretch out a little longer, and then draw in. Good, now reach, 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 reach. Take the foot back to the floor, round the outer edge, and then take the knee down. One last reach of the arms out and up, but this time as you exhale, your hands are reaching back out as your chest is coming back down. Look to the front of the mat, send your hands forwards, and then as you inhale again, you're coming into your plank position. Hold it here. Good, exhale, downward facing dog. Now breathe in, come back to your plank, lift your heels, shoulders are over the wrists. As you exhale, just your right knee is coming down. Lift your left leg. And then take your left toes over to the right and look over your shoulders. So you've got that stretch through the left side body again. Breathe into that. Inhale, leg goes straight back. And then if you can, keep your left leg lifted. Try not to bend your elbows as you bring your left foot forwards. Inhale, send it back. And across. Inhale in. And exhale. Last one, send the toes over to the right. Through center and over to the left. Good, now you're going to send your left leg back, lower the toes to the mat, press into your palms, so already start to lift your chest away from the earth, pick up this right knee, and then send your right leg up into a three-legged dog. Root down through your left heel, press forwards as well as down with both your hands, and now pick up the left heel. As that right knee comes back in towards the chest, shoulders over the wrists, step the right foot in between your hands, and then get light on your fingertips. Root down through your right heel, and then inhale, trace your hands forwards and up. As you exhale, cactus your arms, bend your elbows and really try and move them back in space, bringing your heart forwards. And then find this really subtle, even if it's not an external shift in how you look, but find an internal energetic lift of the back of your heart space. Breathing here. Relax your fingertips. Soften the energy. So feeling powerful but feminine and quite gentle at the same time with this expression of the shape. Good, one more breath. Now you're going to lean your chest forwards, trust this right leg and step to the front of the mat. Inhale, stretch the arms above the head. And then as you exhale, just release the hands down by the hips, palms are facing forwards, and take a few moments to be still. Notice how you feel. And as we open up the heart for the day ahead, as well as switching on that seat of power in our core, notice if you can feel energy in your palms. Our hands are extensions of our heart. So as we work with our heart space, often we can really start to feel this sort of energy traveling in the hands. And maybe you feel that a little bit more in one hand than another. Left hand being our feminine energy, right hand being the masculine. So we receive with the left, with the feminine energy, and we give with the right. Take one more breath here. And then as you exhale, you're going to bend your knees like we did at the start. Take the hands to the backs of the legs and trace down your legs as you fold. Relax the head. Inhale. Even if your hands can be on the mat, just shift them to the fronts of the legs and lift them just beneath your knees and extend. Good. And then exhale, coming to the back of the legs as you fold. Once more. Inhale. Extend. Heart forwards. Exhale and fold. Bend both your knees, take your palms to the floor, step it back into your plank position, breathing in. Lower the knees, bring the chest to the thighs as you breathe out. Inhale, trace the hands up along the back of your mat to your knees, to your thighs, to your hips, and then circle the arms out and up. We're just going to do it once this time. So taking your hands to your elbows, taking yourself over to the left, releasing the hand as you step that right foot out, and then sending the arm over the head. Lift the foot, and then draw knee to elbow or hand to foot. Inhale, reach. Good, exhale. Last one, breathe in, stretch, and draw in. Now open the arm and the leg away from one another, lower that foot down. Start to bring the knee to the floor as you circle that right arm out and then lift up, inhale. Taking the elbows and coming over to the right as you exhale. Inhaling, open up, and then as you exhale, step that foot out. Stretch the arm, reach, good, and then lift the leg and draw in. Twice more, inhale. Good, exhale. Feel the body really beginning to wake up to the day. And then stretch, lower that foot. Bend the knee, toes are tucked. Inhale as the arms come up. You're bringing the hands down to the heart center. Reaching out and up. And then moving your arms out, folding your chest down. Looking up to the front of the mat. As your hands arrive there, you're bringing your shoulders over your wrists and arriving in your plank position. Good. And then exhale into your downward facing dog. Last time here, come forwards to your plank. Inhale. And just take your left shin to the floor. as you exhale. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Pick up that right foot and then cross it over. Look for your toes. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale, and then over to the right. Twice more. Feel this invite a nice movement into your hips and into your spine. And then without rushing, as you come to that last round, right toes are going to come down to the back of the mat. You're going to press into your palms, so you're already starting to lift your chest. Draw the left knee in and then extend it up. Try to bring that right heel down to the floor. Inhale, lift it nice and high as you start to bring the knee back, shoulders over the wrists, and then left foot is stepping forwards. You're light on your fingertips once you get there, and then you're drawing your hands forwards and up as you breathe in and cactusing the arms as you breathe out. Try to really move them back, and then finding this high jumping of the back of your heart so this chest cavity is lifting as well as spreading. Breathing in, again softening your fingertips, allowing the hands to be receptive to the energy that travels from the heart to the hands. Let's take one more breath in. As you exhale, there's a slight lean forwards just so that you can begin to bring that weight to the left foot, step it through, reach above the head, inhale, and then trace the arms out and down, staying still as you exhale. So it's a little bit more challenging for most people, I'd say, but see if you can get the sense here as you just stay still, standing, of what we explored when we were sitting at the beginning of the practice. So this experience of the lower body, particularly the feet in this posture, being a magnet to the earth. Feed your breath, your exhale, the releasing of your breath, down with your awareness to your feet. As if your body was an empty vessel, and with every exhale, something was being poured from the crown of your head and falling through your torso, through your legs, and down into your feet. Like a rain stick, something like that might be helpful as a visual. Just pouring grains down from the crown of your head, down your torso, down your legs, down your feet. Relax your fingertips and also feel this drawing down, pulling naturally the shoulders away from the ears. So it's almost you almost become more aware of the weight of your own arms as you're breathing out. And then we're going to come down, chin to chest, same as before, soften the knees and trace the hands down the backs of your legs. Come into an easy forward fold. And then your fingertips are coming out just in front of your toes, lifting the heels like we did at the back of the mat at the beginning, and just coming down into a squat position. Good. And then bring the fingertips behind you and let your bum land on the mat. And find your seated meditation or your shavasana, up to you. So you can choose to stay here with me. I like to do this in the morning practice, as you know, or you can slowly make your way down onto your back. So if you're staying seated, just take a bit of time to get props or layers that you need to be comfortable here, and start with your palms down would be my guidance, but if you really want to spin the palms up, you are welcome to. Start to bring the gaze inward again as you close your eyes. And it's this tender curiosity that allows anything that is present to be present without, as I said at the beginning, trying to push any aspect of what it means to be alive right now away. But also which can be slightly harder sometimes, without trying to nestle in or lean into an aspect of being alive that might be particularly lovely. Because as we do one of those two actions, we're detaching from the rest of our awareness, the rest of our understanding of what's going on. Feel the weight of your body pouring down to the earth again through your sit bones. If it's helpful, working with that visualization of a magnet or of grains being poured from the crown of your head to the pelvic bowl. So there's this real weight that lands. Feeling yourself receptive to what truly is here for you in this moment. And notice the possibility of freedom that comes with being open in this way. Not superimposing our own preferences onto reality. And how this really does take the balance of strength, both masculine and feminine, to show up in this way. If you get consumed by thought form from time to time, guiding yourself back to more of an open awareness. Noticing as well the sounds around you. Sensations of your clothing, of your layers. The breeze of the air or the density of the air. And the movement of the breath. And just for these last few moments, staying grounded, see if you can perhaps explore this slight lifting, subtle lifting of the heart space. And then this really tiny, as if someone looked, they wouldn't see anything, but this really tiny bowing of the chin towards the throat, so that you perhaps get a little bit more of an extension through the back of your neck, up through the crown of your head. And then turn your palms to face up, but keep your eyes closed. And see if you can, again, just sensitize to any feeling in your palms. Maybe in your mind's eye, imagining the inhale, sending energy straight to your heart, and then the exhale, the heart sending that energy out to the hands. So much of what we believe we are generally in our waking hours is our mind and our thoughts. Our identity can get so tangled up with this. So just reminding yourself that we are made up of energy. Choosing to either bring the hands together or to place these hands over the heart and over the solar energy. And if you're connecting your hands to your body, notice if this feels differently at the end of the practice. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. And just coming back to that affirmation, reminding yourself to honor both of these types of power that we all house within us. Moving with a confidence that is also understanding. Closing the practice by tucking the chin down towards the heart space. And then as you're ready to, opening the eyes again. Thank you. Have a lovely morning and a wonderful day.